I'm Ted from Everything Attachments. We're today at Chuck's house. It's my son that works at EA. We're on our third version of land levelers. It's our second most popular product in-house. We've added a lot of things to this thing lately. The Wicked Ripper shanks, and we'll show you those in a minute. Just adding the landslides on the bottom. For anybody that doesn't have them, I know how much wear you're going to be having on your unit because I know how many we're selling of these now. So that's an important thing to have when you get a land leveler. Obviously, you're dragging it on rock most of the times, and it's going to wear. These are American made or vault cutting edges from Pennsylvania. They're great cutting edge. It's one of the few that are made in America, and they are a full ½ inch thick. It does have the holes on the back where you can put another edge on the back if you needed to, but this is not a true angle iron. It's bent a lot deeper. Come around here a little bit, Chuck. This side is a lot longer than the other side, and as you can tell, we gusseted it to the back. But we make this longer just to give it a lot more strength. So far, we've never had one of these bent or torn up, so we've been doing really good. We've repositioned everything about this over the years just to make it better. Just like for the ones of you that do use it on dirt and go over a hump, when you go over a hump, that's going to be flat. So obviously the very top is going to have the most taken off of it. So it can put up 4, 6, or 8 inches of pure dirt rolling over that front edge. So that's why we kept raising these sides here to raise this to give it some distance here so it doesn't jam up. If you've got little short sides, then that's exactly what happens. Then we've lengthened the sides because it does better to keep it just level in general because it's a leveler. And we've given it some room for all these wicked shanks to be up here in the front. So it's all kind of working together. Now you can lower, once you wear the bottom edge on this, you can lower it 3/4 inch. Then you can swap it, flip it back over, wear the other side, lower it another 3/4 inch, so you get 4 chances at wear on each edge. And we sell very few edges for land levelers, even though they're in abrasive surfaces, just because you've got so much to wear on before you need to replace them. With the Wicked Ripper shanks here, and they're patent pending right now, our patent should be complete. You just simply pull the key out of the back. Makes it real easy to get in and out. It's got a chain so you can't, it's dummy proof so you can't lose it. And when you back it out of the tube a little bit, you can go up or down. We do put a bolt here so you don't shear your fingers off here. And we also put a really high hole in it so you can get it up far enough that you shouldn't ever have to turn it upside down. Try to match the height to the other. So you can see how easy that is. Instead of those R-clips down here or up here where you usually end up with cut knuckles. Not to mention this is made out of hard ox. It's the only one that's got a handle where you can safely adjust it. And you're not having to reach underneath here where you've got scars and stuff on it to get cut when you get down to your last hole when you really want to rip hard. Now we're not going to try to rip hard here for a couple reasons. One is whoever Chuck bought this house from put plastic down under it, which normally I would put crusher run to start a base for a driveway. They put plastic down, and we're probably going to get into it, and it's probably going to make a pretty big mess. We're going to see. This is a category 1-2 hitch. We're in the category 2 bottom balls. This is a L6060. It is a category 2, but it does come with a category 1 top link, so that we're in the 3/4 pin instead of the inch pin on the top for the top hitch. But we've added a lot of bracing. This bracing right here that's got the extra bend in it and all, that goes all the way up to the front part of the hitch, just makes it super strong. Everything is indexed in like this plate to make it right. It's got your already, it is quick attach ready. This is quick hitch ready. This is one of the few attachments that actually works pretty good with a quick hitch, because I'm not a huge fan of a quick hitch. As you can tell, they're all black now. You might see them in many colors on the website, and our website needs some updating, and this is the start of just getting back in the field and making some videos and getting some updates done. We're trying as hard as we can. We're We're back up to full production. We're doing really good. We've put on 6 people in the last couple of weeks at work. Black has helped us a lot, except for pictures. When it comes to taking still shots on pictures, black on black works great for us to paint it, but it doesn't show up well in a picture. So we may actually pick a separate color like gray for our pictures, and then have the black ripper shanks and the black cutting edges, just so you can see the different components. Other than that, we really like black as a color. We think it looks good on all tractors. So we'll give it a try on this driveway. This driveway has got a very, very shallow base on it. It's got a lot of bumps in it. It hadn't been touched in a long time. It needs some love. It's got grass growing up on the sides of it.
Well, I did try and bring your excavator out here and fix it, and I made it a lot worse. So
well, and that's what you get. A little inexperience goes a long way. We're gonna make it the best we can and hope we don't pull up too much plastic and make it a bigger mess than it is. Shout out to all y'all for Father's Day. This is my Father's Day present. I get to come out and help my son make a video. It's good for both of us, and he gets a good driveway in the middle if this comes out. So you see it totally untested. I've not used this particular last version on a driveway, period. So it's as much of a learning curve for me as it is the day you get yours new. A lot of it has got to do with the top link adjustment and keeping it level. Especially if you were ripping with the ripper shanks hard, the first thing it's going to try to do, because it's pulling from the front, is pull up on the back. And likely you would need to lengthen that top link to keep the back pushed down. We're going to see how it works, and we'll adjust what we need to. First thing we did was we did set it down on the road and get it level left to right. Now, if you want a crown, you can certainly do a crown. The way I look at it on a short road like this, you just want it flat because there's not a whole lot of water that's got to come across it. He doesn't have access on both sides for the water to go. It really needs to go in one direction. And a crown is going to happen in a road whether you like it or not. That's what most people are trying to get rid of, is the crown in the road. But you can adjust this side link on the side over here on your tractor. If you've got a wider road and a nice road and you want to end up with a V more so than just a centerpiece, you can adjust your side link here, put angle to the whole blade, and run it as 2 different directions. Also, this angle is never going to change. It's always going to go one angle. So it's angled that way. Does the gravel go to that direction? A little bit, not near as much as you would think. But you do want to, if you want your gravel to not go a certain way, you definitely want to travel in the direction that will bring it the way you want it to go. So it doesn't move the gravel a lot to one side. It also does not take a really high spot and move it into a low spot. It's not a box blade. It doesn't have a back on it. It's going to sift that over the top of the cutting edges. It'll change the direction of it from one side to the other a little bit. We'll see. This does have the most angle of any of them. It's a little over 15 degrees. And so it cuts more like a knife than it does with like a straight edge.
Cool. So you want these rippers, you just got them.
I've got it where the rippers are barely touch, or we're probably gonna have every bit of your plastic in your whole driveway.
You tear up my road.
You'll be all right. Okay, so I'm gonna start here. As you can see, there's a drop off. And when one tire drops off, it's going to let it cut a lot more ground than I want it to. So I'm going to stay to the left as much as I can. I'm going to go ahead and get this left edge here. A little bit of grass in it. So the best thing is we're going to have 4 more days of rain after this, and it'll wash the dirt and stuff out of the gravel and make it look new again. up a little plastic. I'm going to let that out so it didn't cause any more problems. And as you can see with the back, you can back up and cover up a lot of your mistakes. It works really good. I wasn't really paying attention looking backwards, and I'm going to go ahead and fill in this stitch before I get started. Alright, now get that plastic out of there, Chuck. Alright, so it looks to me like, make the top link a little longer. Let me get off and adjust the top link. I got it. I'm going to adjust the top link a little longer, bring the front up. And push down on the back side. Alright, let's see how that works. A lot better. It's about equal amounts whenever the front and the back edge. We're coming up on a lot of just pure grass. We had a low spot there. And here's where we're more subject to run into more of this plastic for sure. So the teeth are just barely scraping the edge right now. There's nothing really hard by the teeth are actually needed. We're going to turn around here before we pull up some more stuff, and then we'll finish this top at the end. Let's see how it does. I'm going to go really slow and see how it does. Alright, I'm going to flip around. Try not to hit Chuck's building. And I'm still not going to drop them until I get back out of some of this plastic, and I'm going to do most of this work as I come back up. It looks dirty right now, for sure. After a good hard rain, it's going to get better. Now, the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and take the crown out of this road. Got some plastic building up. Pull that plastic out, Chuck. And that's exactly what plastic is there for, to hold the road together. And that's exactly what it's doing, keeping it from coming apart even with a land leveler. I'm just going to kind of spread this hunk here a little bit, and then we'll make it look prettier on the next row. This road has never been packed. It's never been properly done. There's a lot of things this road could use. But I bet it looks a lot better and it's more stable after we're through. What I don't want to do is get off the side of this hill where on that low spot there where it's going to take a big crown off the top of that ridge. I'm going to kind of make a turn here. And I'm going to back up and start over. The only reason I'm making this turn is because this entrance needs a lot of work. we'll have to sweep this rock out of the road with the neighbors when we're done. He brings in a 34-foot trailer with his cars in it. He needs a better driveway. One thing I don't think I have is this thing in four-wheel drive. Is it in that pile? There it is, right there. No, right there. All right. We rolling? We rolling? All right, so we lost the GoPro. We did find it. I don't think it's damaged. We're going to continue. Back to pure dirt, that's going to be some proud. You got to start somewhere. Change gears. I was in high range, so that shows how little bit it does pull. I want to widen his road a little bit right here where it gets narrow, where he's got to pull in. It's leaving a good square edge, and that's what those high sides do. If you don't have the high sides, then you've got gravel rolling over the side too early. There's this out as I get to this road. Everything attachments, we've been so busy. Our website truly does need so much help. Our YouTube videos need to be upgraded to the actual attachment we're getting. We've made a lot of improvements on all of our attachments that are not in our YouTube videos because they're from years ago. Now that we've got some new employees, we hope to have some time to be able to get out in the field and do this at least once a week. When we get our website and YouTube channel back updated. And I'm going to pull this gravel just a little, I'm going to switch sides and cover up this mud up here. Looks like he's going to need to have some gravel hauled in. Most of the time, once you get enough gravel, if he gets enough in here one time, he'll probably never have to do it again if he's got one of these available to use. it up just a little bit there. Let just a little bit go down in that low spot. I'm going to widen out a little bit here where he goes in. I'm going to try to cover him a little bit more of this dirt, but he just simply doesn't have enough gravity. This is a little bit larger stone than I'm used to. I usually buy one size smaller for my project. I also have a really good base under it. Now I got a grate coming up I don't want to hit. Once you get it leveled out and start building up less and less, it was really in a lot worse condition than it was. Truck will end up just having to get him another load of gravel put up here. And sometimes actually the faster you go, once you start getting it leveled out, the better job you actually do. So it already is way better than it was when you started. You can tell how quickly abrasive this gravel is. It's all the paint's already off the cutting edges. Just 3 passes. What I'll end up doing, I'll leave this tractor and grader over here where Chuck can get him a load of gravel in here. But if you just start with rock before you do this, you're going to use a lot more rock. Try to take off just a little bit more of this grass right here on the edge. That's about as good as we're going to get the main driveway until he gets some more rock in here. I'm going to straighten this edge just a little bit. So it's not perfect. He's got a wider driveway. He needs some more rock. It's in here really loose. There's never been anything heavy on it to pack the whole thing down ever. Not since he's owned it, at least. And he's just going to need a little more rock. I'm going to leave this here with you. Okay. Get you some rock hauled in, get it especially up in front of your garage. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope we can get back to doing this more at Everything Attachments. We certainly have got the best attachments made on the planet, and they're all USA made as to the most degree we can until it comes to a point you can't. Everything on this particular cutter, on this land leveler, I think is made in America, except the pins possibly that are in it. Yeah. Maybe the bolts, yeah. But we try to buy USA if we can. I hope everybody has a great Father's Day. Thanks for watching. Keep up with us on YouTube, Facebook. Everything Attachments will be here for a long time to make you the best attachments on the planet.